Morning, guys. Another beautiful day is upon us here. After yesterday's 101 degree day or whatever the heck it was. It's nice to feel the cool air this morning. Went for a run, a little 7-miler, and I'm ready to do some more work on Abel. Boxes paint dried overnight. It's crazy how good this paint is. I mean, these were glossy, powder coated, and all I did to prep them is wipe them down with alcohol wipes, and the paint sticks like glue. Plenty of storage space. Put a bunch of fluids in this one, recovery gear in this one, and then the other side just has some of the stuff that we use, like hoses and a few spare parts and whatnot. So today I'm going to be working on the water tank. So the first thing that has to happen is this temporary tank that I had installed, 30-gallon. That's got to come down. That'll open up some space, and I'll show you guys what I have in mind. And let's see. That's one of the tanks that's going in there. I might eventually upgrade to 2, but we'll see how this goes. I like the design of this tank. It's well thought out. I started thinking about these little grooves here, and what I could do is I can run my coolant lines for my hydronic system through here, so in the winter the tank doesn't freeze, which is pretty slick. A couple of the other things I want to get done today. I want to get the fill dish mounted. So I got a fill dish I want to mount, and the exterior shower. So what I was kind of thinking for the fill dish and the exterior shower, let's see here. Let's do the shower first. I thought putting the shower right out here would be good. I don't know if it's possible because it might be too thick and it'll interfere with the sink basin that we have in there. But I'd like to mount it like right here. Oh no, like I said, I don't know if it's possible. I'll have to look. See, it's pretty deep. It's got to be at least 5-6 inches deep total. Plus, I don't think the radius of the hoses will work inside there. It'll be right up against the sink. But I want to find a spot for this. And then the fill dish, that's pretty easy. I can put that anywhere. I also want to put a hose bib on the truck somewhere. So I think the fill dish is probably going to go inside here. I'll take some of the spare aluminum that I have, and I'll probably mount it on a plate. Maybe like right there. Yeah, I think that'll probably work out pretty good. I'm going to get started taking the old tank off, put the new tank up, get some brackets made for that. And we'll move forward, and then I got to get a parts list put together so I can go to Lowe's tomorrow morning and pick up all the parts I need. Alright guys, I got the old water jug mounts down. As you can see, there is what I like to refer as a crap ton of space under here. So my idea, let's see if I can get you a better view here. There we go. My idea is that you can mount one water tank here, one water cube here, and one here. So I think I'm going to start with the forwardmost one, so right here. What I'll do is I'll get the cube in here and get a strap on it and see what we're going to need for bracketry. I got a bunch of unistrut and some strut parts, so we'll see if we can get that bad boy in here and mount it up. Okay, as you can see, there is plenty of room under here for one of these. Now I know what you're thinking. Can you take that and rotate it to eat up the space on these sides? And the answer to your question is yes. But you'll only have 1.5 inches of space on each side, actually on one side. So you only, because in between here it's like 29 inches and the length is 27.5, 27.5 right there. You'll never get fittings on it because you'll be blocked by the C channels. You might find a 90-degree fitting that'll work, but I doubt you're going to find a 90-degree fitting for 1.5 inches that'll work. It'll be really tight if you do. Then you run the risk of, if it shifts, it'll crack that fill fitting off. So I'm going to mount it like this. And yeah, there is plenty of room for one more back there. That one you could probably mount rotated. In fact, I think you would have to. Back here, you'd have to mount it rotated, and then you would only have a 1/2 inch line between them on the bottom. It would be one of these little guys, and that's doable. You could probably find a 9-degree fitting that'll work there. So now I got to take some measurements and get some strut pieces cut. I'm planning on going along the bottom here, and then I'll probably have some secondary support brackets going up, and we're basically going to sandwich it to the upper C channel there. It's kind of probably kind of hard to tell, but it hangs down maybe 1/2 inch past the channel, which is perfect. I'm going to take some of the spare aluminum that I have from the shelter, and I'm going to make a plate that will go all the way along the bottom of the tank. That'll give me these passageways to run that 5/8 coolant line for the heater hose for the Webasto hydronic, which will keep the tank from freezing in the winter. And then easy to run the fill dish lines. This one won't get cut out. This one will get plugged. The one in the top corner there will be the basically the air line, the breather line, and then this will be the fill. And I basically just have to run a 1/2 inch up through here, and then the fill dish will be right out one of the tray storage areas right here. So alright, let's get some pieces cut and get this baby mounted. I think this is the world's largest skid plate to protect a water tank. Got it mounted up there. Just need to put a piece of aluminum angle on the inside lip here so it can't slide forward. It's wedged up against the cross beam here, so it sure as heck isn't going anywhere. And that 1/2 inch of space that it was hanging down, it's squeezed up against the top of the C channel. So anyhow, on to the next step. Get that angle mounted. I'm going to start working on the fill dish and the shower. Alright, I just got done prefabbing the shurflo pump that I'm going to use. I used some more of that spare aluminum that we took out of the shelter when we first got it, and I made up a harness for it here, so it's quick disconnect. If I ever need to service it, it should be easy. There's going to be one bolt holding it on. I'll show you where it's going to go. Right on the inside here towards the back, sitting about right there. It'll be a perfect spot for it. Alright guys, I decided against mounting the shower on that panel right here because it would have ran into the shower basin on the inside of the shelter. There just wasn't enough clearance. Even if I were to get a 90-degree fitting, it wouldn't have fit. You see how close it is to the sink, and I've already cut the hole for the drain, so it wouldn't work there. But I found an alternative location that is actually, I like it better. You'll see why. So I was able to sneak it in here. So it closes up just fine, and it opens just fine. And I should be able to take the mounting bracket here and mount it on the other side of the, so it's all hidden. So what I like about it is because you can close this up. You don't really need to lock that plastic box. You could lock it right here if you wanted to. I don't know why people would lock it, but same thing with the fill dish. I mounted it here. I took a piece of 1-inch angle and mounted it, and then I took a piece of strut left over from the shelter when we demoed the inside of it, stuck that in there, and then yeah, it's worked out pretty good. And the pump is sitting right there. It's ready to be plumbed. The only other thing I didn't get done is under here I've got to mount the plate exchanger. So I mean, that can be done anywhere, but I think I'm going to put it up here, like right on this edge here. It'll fit. It's just a small guy. So yeah, I got to get that done. And I'm beat for today. It's already starting to get really hot out again, so I'm gonna go inside, take a shower, rinse all the metal shavings off myself, and make a list and head up to Lowe's. That way I can start early in the morning on continuing this. I want to get this plumbed tomorrow. Maybe get it inside the shelter. We'll see how motivated I get, but yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. All right, guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.